So today I'm ending my series on Black history and the history of Black Americans, and I've been sharing with you this month my personal heroes, some of my personal heroes. Of course, I couldn't cover everyone, but I shared with you Alex Haley, my hero, and I shared with you Phyllis Wheatley, uh, an African American or Black American poet. And so today, I'm actually going beyond the Black American experience, and I'm looking at a ruler and king who ruled in one of the nations of Africa. However, I believe his story is germane to the story of Black people in the United States, and that person is, of course, King Mansa Musa. Okay, so King Mansa Musa was a 14th century ruler of the Mali Empire. He was one of the wealthiest individuals in history. His legacy extends far beyond the borders of West Africa. He is an inspiration and an influencer, even I believe, to this current generation, the Black American community. And I believe that in this century, Mansa Musa remains a symbol of resilience, prosperity, and a reminder of the rich heritage that connects Black Americans to their African roots. Mansa Musa remains an iconic figure whose life and legacy transcends time. Not only was he the wealthiest person in recorded history, but his reign ushered in a golden age for his kingdom, Mali, transforming it into a center of trade, learning, and scholarship. Though we are separated from Mansa Musa by centuries and an ocean, Mansa Musa's story carries profound significance for Black Americans in the 21st century. What I personally love about Mansa Musa's story is that it's inspirational, it counters negative narratives, and it highlights the rich tapestry of our ancestral heritage. Mansa Musa reigned in Mali from 1312 to 1320 to 1337, a period of 25 years. And his reign, his kingdom enjoyed an unprecedented level of wealth and the flourishing of its culture. Under his leadership, the Malay Empire became a center of trade and education. In 1324, Mansa Musa went on a famous pilgrimage to Mecca because he was a Muslim, and every Muslim was required to go to Mecca. And his pilgrimage further solidified his reputation as he distributed vast amounts of gold along the way. He distributed so much gold that it actually created an economic upheaval in the regions that he traversed. He turned countries of poverty into countries of wealth. So by leveraging, now how did Mansa Musa, how did he become the wealthiest man in recorded history? He leveraged his vast gold resources, and he strategically took over key trade routes. And by doing these two things, Mansa Musa was able to amass immense wealth, immense wealth. And so In 1324, as he made his way to Mecca, Mansa Musa actually accelerated from a regional ruler, from a king over an insignificant kingdom, though a very wealthy kingdom. But Mali was not well known until Mansa Musa went on this pilgrimage, and he became a global figure, even becoming known to the European nations. He was accompanied by 60,000 persons in his entourage, and he carried with him tons of gold, and he showered gifts on the poor and the wealthy, on the common man and on the ruler. Now, this extraordinary display of wealth and power, it challenges historical narratives that often portray Africa solely through the lens of colonialism and poverty. Mansa Musa's story reminds Black Americans of their connection to a proud past that is marked by innovation, leadership, and economic wealth. Mansa Musa's story dismantles the notion of Africa being a passive, y'all excuse my cough, I'm still dealing with this lingering cough from the cold snap we had here in Atlanta last month. Mansa Musa dismantled this notion, his story dismantles the notion of Africa being a passive victim of history. Instead, through the life and the kingdom and the wealth of Mansa Musa, we are looking at an agency that had global impact. Global impact. Mansa Musa's impact extended far beyond material wealth, however. He was a devout Muslim who actively fostered scholarship and religious exchange. He invested heavily in education, establishing universities and libraries in cities like Timbuktu, which became a renowned center of intellectualism. He invited scholars and architects from across the Islamic world to come to Mali and enrich the cultural landscape and foster the dissemination of knowledge. His commitment to learning resonated deeply, or rather, his commitment to learning resonates deeply with Black Americans as we are often navigating a society that often undervalues their intellectual contributions. Mansa Musa's legacy serves as a powerful reminder of our inherent capacity for intellectual excellence and leadership in various fields. His dedication to his religion offers a nuanced perspective on the diverse expressions of faith within the Black community. I hope that you're getting as excited as I am as I share. The most important thing that I want to communicate to us, and this is the most important thing when we look at the lives of historical figures like Mansa Musa, is one of the things that it does, one of the things that his life and his achievement does, is it really counters the negative stereotypes, not only that other persons of other races have about us, but also those same stereotypes that we have about ourselves. So Mansa Musa's story, it actually it counters these misplaced perceptions that have plagued the Black community for centuries. His life dismantled the image of Black people as solely defined by struggle and adversity. his story, his narrative empowers us to embrace our full potential and to challenge the limiting narratives that have been imposed upon us by others and that we impose upon ourselves. Mansa Musa's story also helps us to reclaim and re-image our history. For too long, the contributions of Africans and the diverse communities of Africa have been marginalized or erased from mainstream narratives. The very reason why we have Black History Month is because our history was never a part, it was never considered a part of American history, even though we are Americans. And so by looking at the lives of persons like Mansa Musa, we are understanding our place in a broader historical context. And we are drawing inspiration from the past to shape our future. Mansa Musa's life, though he lived in the 14th century, 700 years ago, Mansa Musa's life and legacy transcends the confines of time. It serves as a powerful symbol for Black Americans in the 21st century. And it helps us to strive for equity and progress in this great land that we're living in. It empowers us to write our own chapters in the ongoing narrative of human history. So I salute my hero, Mansa Musa, king of the Mali Empire. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part. Please like this video, share it with others, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment if anything that I've shared with you has been an inspiration, or if you yourself has been a student of the life of Mansa Musa. Shalom.